Hi there. It's Paula Fuller, that health lady, coming to you from the Ridge up here in Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Um, so I love California. I love the beach. I guess I just like to be outside. I like real things with real people. And I believe that you are here for a reason. You are here because you want to know what to do about your credit. Yeah, credit. Yep, yep, credit. What to do with credit. Um, our credit score is very important to our life in one aspect. If you want to borrow money, it's essential to your life. But your credit is also important to your premiums, believe it or not, for insurance. It's important to people that are looking to do business with you. It's important to a lot of things. When I was taking my P&C test for licensing, insurance licensing, property and casualty, do you know that one of the questions on the exam had to do with people with poor credit or amoral? Totally offended me. I know plenty of really, really moral people and good people that have had horrendous things happen to them that has jacked up their credit seriously. I mean, really, things beyond their control. And yet here it was in this class I was taking, and they were saying that people that have bad credit are bad people because they don't pay their bills and they're not people of integrity. Well, I totally disagree with that. I know that bad things happen to good people. I have lived that myself. My intention has never been to hurt somebody and to not pay them back. I have had things on my credit report that were not my issue. A huge cellular phone company, when cell phones first came out, put something on my credit that was completely not right. My contract specifically said that calls on the same phone number, like when I called my husband, that we were not charged for that. They were charging us almost $1 a minute for our calls between each other. And they hadn't done it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I ended up being with this company almost 15 years, and they did this like the 14th year that we were with them. And they charged us almost $1 a minute for every time I was on hold on their 800 number to complain about this. So I ended up with phone bills in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars for things that were not even mine, and yet they put that on my credit report. That's got nothing to do with my integrity. That's got everything to do with their integrity. And situations like this happen all the time. So I totally disagree with the fact that if you have poor credit, you're not a good person. I don't believe that. I do believe that there are people that will fraudulently go out and get credit cards and spend other people's money and have absolutely no intention of paying them back. I totally believe that. But in my circle and the people that I hang with, I know that if they have credit issues, it's because of something ridiculous like what this other company did to me. And I've heard that they've done varying sorts of things like that over the years. And this happened to me 2011, maybe. I mean, it was a long time ago. And how they're still in business, I don't know. But they are, and they have the money, and they make the rules. There are car insurance issues. There are all kinds of things. Now, I do know that that insurance agencies will run your credit, and your premium will be based on your credit score. They won't tell you that. The people that make those final decisions don't know necessarily that that's what's going on, but it is what's going on. And at least when I got licensed, that was the thing. They don't see that, and they don't know that. I mean, if you were to ask them, they would say, oh no, not at all. It's just the algorithms or the computer does it or whatever. It's programmed in there. Okay. So your credit's important. If you need to purchase something on time, not always advisable, but sometimes you need to do it. They're going to run a credit check. When you move, you want to buy a house, you want to do these big things. Your credit is very important. And there are companies that you can pay to help you clean up your credit. My husband and I used to help people clean up their credit all the time at no charge, or refer them to a system that worked, and it still works to this day. Things can change. Right now, there's companies that are really good with it. You can pay $100 a month and figure it'll take you about a year. Other companies, you pay them $500 up front and it'll take 4 or 5 months, and it comes out about $1,000 either way. And how they do it, some of it's more ethical than others, but they do get it cleaned up. And I highly recommend having a higher credit score. It does affect so many decisions in your life. And there's also a self-esteem issue, because when my credit score is low, it's just another weight that I find myself carrying, because it doesn't feel good to think that people don't think that I'm a good risk or that I'm a good investment. And I know better. I know that I've had some circumstances that have shown otherwise, but it wasn't, well, it was my fault, because, that's what happened. But it wasn't intentional, and it wasn't fraudulent. It wasn't pre-existing. And my intent is to pay it forward to these people that have shown me mercy and that have helped me these last couple of years, and the people that have done things that were good. Okay. And same with the credit companies. So I encourage you, get your credit cleaned up. And if you don't know where to start, you can call any number of credit companies. Shoot me an email, paula@thathealthlady.com, and I'll refer you to a couple different sources that can help you out. I have people in my network that it's not something that I do anymore, but they are very willing to help you with this. You can start off by sending letters to each of the credit companies, and now you can even do it online. Go to Experian, TRW, TransUnion, those are the 3 biggies, and request a copy of your credit report. You can do that for free. And if they'll give you your credit score, that's even better. Credit Karma is good. There's all these different things, okay, that you can do. Find out what's on there. Find out what's on which ones of them. And if there are errors, and there's often a lot of errors on a lot of people's reports, just send them a letter. They have 30 days to get a response from the company that has posted it. And if the company doesn't respond, they got to take it off. Okay, so that's a good place to start. Some of it, I've had things go to collections that were paid, and I had paid receipts, and there was no reason for it to show up on collections. And I've had things that were in collections. It's like, I never knew I owed that, And so $100 for a doctor's visit that I don't recall ever getting a bill for, but I've moved a lot, so maybe I missed it, so I pay it, and I ask them to please remove that from my credit, and oftentimes they will. Not always, but depends on who you get, but at least it shows that it's paid, and that in itself will raise your credit score. And if you can get your credit score above 700, 720, somewhere in that range, you can rest assured that you're not being judged, that things are good. And my computer battery is going bad, so I will see you later. Keep your credit up, keep your attitude up, and be blessed in all that you do. God bless you. Bye. Oopsie.